on, YouTube.
Holy fuck. You're going to have to tone it down a little bit.
Coming in hot. All right. This was a big week for me.
Oh, boy.
Do you want to know why?
Yes.
Hold on, I got to hit go live on Rockfin. Okay. All right. You want to know why?
Yes.
I'm going to show you some things that showed up in the mail.
All right.
I took the liberty of putting black tape over my name so I don't dox myself.
Okay.
But it's going to be a lot of reading, so you can just sit back and relax.
Okay.
Hold on, I got a folder here.
Oh, boy. A whole folder.
All right. Just so you know I'm official, I now have a ordained minister member card right here that I can put that in my wallet.
Awesome.
I've got a little...
Is it laminated?
No, it's like credit card material.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, I can't charge anything to it. I tried, but
I tried.
I've got a badge that I can... I mean, they didn't send the fucking Clippy thing, so I have to buy the Clippy thing from Amazon, but it says that I'm a member of clergy.
Why don't you use this one, the Dollar Tree one that holds the name tag? You know what I'm talking about?
So should I put it on there with
the Dollar Tree thing? Yes.
Maintain social distancing?
Yes. I love it.
Get this clipped on here.
Uh-huh.
Clergy. There we go.
Maintain social distancing from the clergy.
Okay, so that showed up.
All right.
I got a clergy for the church number 25901 parking permit that I can hang on my rearview mirror.
Why would they send you that? What are you supposed to do with that?
I'm going to hang it in my window just because I don't know where clergy parking is. I think at the hospital, but either way, I know I'll get a good parking spot.
Can you officiate like when the state murders somebody? Can you like the death chair, the electric chair? Can you go sit in on those now?
Yeah, if somebody asks for me to be their
they have to ask
godfather or whatever the fuck they're called.
I thought you could just walk around the prison and wait for somebody to die. I'm like, can I get in on this?
Hey, what are we having for our last meal?
Yeah, you should put that in your list of services that you'll do your last rites or whatever you call it, as long as you can get it on the last meal.
Like, what is that? Lady and the Tramp sucking the spaghetti together?
Yes, I love it.
Okay, this is the most important piece of paper.
Oh no, sounds important.
This, because I had to start my own church in order to become an ordained reverend.
Oh, that's awesome.
So this is a independent church charter. Hear ye, hear ye.
Just it says charter. Do you have to say hear ye, hear ye?
To all persons this writing may come.
Okay.
Be it known that having demonstrated dedication to the study and teachings of the Holy Bible and promoting the gospel of Jesus Christ, this independent affiliate church charter shall be granted to the United Church of the Dougalows.
So they sent you that with that printed on there?
Yes.
That is awesome.
This charter is conferred with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities as independent affiliate in accord with this independent affiliate church charter.
I heard responsibilities in there somewhere. I'm out.
All right. So I've got that. And then my script. So when I do Kaya's wedding, I'm going to read it word for word.
Did they give you a script?
Yes.
Are you allowed to hold that while you officiate the wedding?
I'm not memorizing this motherfucker.
You gotta memorize shit?
And I'm going to read it exactly as it's written. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in the presence of these witnesses to join blank and blank in matrimony.
It's not even holy matrimony anymore.
Do you groom take bride?
The personalization costs extra.
Ring exchange. Who has the rings? Repeat after me. And then I want everybody in attendance to go, who has the rings?
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I've got to save that for any weddings that I do. Here is my minister license.
Oh, I didn't know you have to have a license.
Letter of good standing. Minister's license. I'm not going to read the number because somebody could steal my minister identity. Douglas Rhodes is an associate pastor and an ordained Christian minister, and we hereby consent to his or her registration with the city clerk, county courthouse, or state agency. Let it be known, Douglas Rhodes is authorized by to solemnize marriage and perform all religious services, and his or her minister's license expires 1 year from this date of issue.
Oh, you got to renew it?
The pastoral charge will advise the appropriate governing body in writing of any changes in the applicant's status.
They're already planning to kick you out. They don't normally put that in, but they're like, we didn't put this in this one.
Okay. Shall I keep going? Good.
Yes.
This is a good one.
All right.
This is my certificate of Christian ordainship or ordination.
God.
It's printed on like good 10-pound paper. It's good. It's
good.
I mean, it's even got the frame printed on it, so you know it's good shit.
You need to get it framed.
Oh, for sure. But I wanted to have it here first. I'm putting it on my wall. Upon recommendation of the pastoral charge and by virtue of the authority granted by the laws and Constitution of the United States of America, the Board of Trustees has conferred the rank of ordained Christian reverend upon Douglas Rhodes,
Jesus Christ.
with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto.
Thereunto. That really sounds official for a whole lot of gibberish. I mean, just... What?
All right.
I know. All right. Go
Now
ahead.
we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it. This is where my calling has led me to.
Oh, boy.
Is this one right here. Upon the review of credentials and recommendation of the pastoral charge, and by virtue of the authority granted by the Charter and Articles of Organization of the United National Church, the Board of Trustees has conferred the rank of Certified Christian Counselor upon Douglas Rhodes. So I can save your fucking marriage now.
You should do marriage counseling.
I'm doing everything, like gay for pay or whatever, or ungay for pay.
I'm doing everything. Gay for pay. What?
Nothing's off the table now that I'm a soldier of God.
Soldier. I love that you're a soldier of God. I think that might be my favorite thing.
This one is my favorite thing. This is it's not the most powerful thing that showed up in the mail, but it means the most to me.
All right.
The trustees of the seminary, on the nomination of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in them by the Charter and Articles of Organization, that's it, of organization, have hereby conferred the degree of Doctor of Divinity upon Douglas Rhodes. Bitch.
Awesome. So you're a certified Christian counselor, a doctor of divinity. Dude, that is amazing.
And chief of police.
And chief of police chiefs. And all I got is rector. That
Rectory.
sucks. Oh, yeah, rectory, rector, whatever. Oh, that's so. Have you set up your first Christian counseling session yet?
No, but I am opening my practice soon. Do doctors have a practice, or is that lawyers?
Yeah, I think it's both.
I'm going to practice doctoring is what I'm saying.
Practice makes perfect. I mean, what are you going to do? You have to. The only thing that makes you a doctor's office is that you have to have a receptionist and a nurse, right? I'm not going to be your nurse. So you're going to have to get a nurse. I'll be your receptionist, I suppose, but not your nurse.
Why wouldn't you? At least if you're my nurse, there's a chance I'm going to bang you. Why wouldn't you want to be my nurse?
You'd bang your nurse before you'd bang your secretary? Secretaries are disposable. Nurses, you kind of want to keep them around. If something goes south, you just get a new secretary.
Wouldn't you look funny in one of them candy striper uniforms sitting at the front desk, though?
I mean, I look funny anyways, just in general. So you want me to do both jobs? You want me to wear the candy striper? You want me to wear the candy striper outfit and sit at the front desk and take calls?
Okay, I'll let you be the receptionist, but if anybody needs a thermometer stuck up their butt, I'm going to need you to do that because I'm not doing it.
Deal.
All right.
I'm in. Sounds like fun.
You see some big fat trucker come in and you're like, are you here for the counseling or are you here to see the doctor?
I just need you to take my temperature. All right.
So do you think that we should ordain you so we can have rival churches? We can start like gangs, rival gang, church warfare? Or do you just want to be the rectory?
If I get ordained, can we run two churches under one organization? Is that like tax racketeering or is that legal? For tax purposes, should we start two churches? Even if there's nothing to do with money, nothing to do with taxes, just say it's for tax purposes. It just sounds funny if I say it's for tax purposes. I have no interest in marrying anybody. I mean, I'll go to somebody's wedding and eat the free food, but I'm not going to marry anybody. But
why don't you start a fucking catering company and then we'll have the whole fucking racket?
Genius. That is genius.
No, that don't even make sense. You should be the DJ. You can be the catering DJ. That's your handle.
The catering DJ. I'll come to your wedding and break dance. That's my service. I mean, I guess I could be the guy that like comes in and does the first dance with your new bride.
So I need a gimmick. I need something to get my name out there so that people are actively trying to get me to do their wedding. Because I could just do this full time. I could just fly around the country doing people like if I was to say I only do interracial marriages.
That would be awesome. Interracial gay marriages. Would that be better? You only do interracial gay marriages?
Do you think I'd have better luck if I said I only did interracial marriages, or if I only married people that used that bakery that wouldn't do gay marriages?
I think you'd have to know the name of the bakery. You're just like that one. Remember that one bakery? And put that in your promotional material. Remember that one bakery that, you know the one.
So whichever market is better is the one that I want to go to.
Why not both?
That I only do interracial marriages and I only do marriages for that one bakery.
Yeah, just as you can do as much different marketing as you want, and you say you only on each piece of marketing, and just don't let them cross. You know what I mean? Just. I think you could get away with that for a while.
Okay, I only do interracial marriages, and I only do marriages if I need blood work from both participants to make sure you are pure white.
We follow the one drop rule around here. So you should just start a service that doesn't exist. That there's got to be something with. If you can learn how to perform abortions, there's got to be a way that, like,
okay, hold on.
As a preacher, you perform abortions. There's got to be something in there.
You said I've got to do a service that doesn't exist or there's no need for.
Right.
Like, what if I do? I only do black 10-year anniversaries.
So you just no work for you? Is that what you
No. I will host all Father's Day celebrations for African Americans.
It's really, really part-time business. I think you should market that. Yeah, Father's Day celebrations for African Americans. I like it.
Okay, so we fucked up. Our newsletter, the whole reason of the newsletter was to keep people in the loop in case anything happens to us.
Right.
Our first episode, whatever it is, the first printing of our newsletter went out last night.
Yes.
This morning, okay, we didn't put anything in there about where to find us in case of an emergency.
Or where to, even if it isn't an emergency.
This morning,
anything where to find us.
This morning, I got an email from YouTube saying that we've been reported, and they're not counting it as a strike, but they are now monitoring.
Really?
So, like, we had an opportunity to get ahead of it. We knew it would come eventually. And we put it out without anything.
Hold on. Does it say what the content that got reported is so that we can take it down?
No, I'm not taking shit down.
I know.
I want to double it.
I want to put that episode up again. It doesn't even tell you what the content was that was offensive.
It tells you the episode. That's it. And it was just last week's episode. So it could be anything.
Or they're all the same. So it really could be anything. So somebody reported our episode for what, hate speech or something?
That's as far as I got, and I was pissed off. And I wasn't even pissed off that somebody reported. I was pissed off about the newsletter thing. Like, that was the whole fucking point of this. And I think I told you I'm going to put something together for you to put in the bottom of the fucking newsletter. Didn't do it. And then, of course, like the cocksuckers know it. They're one step ahead of us, being one step ahead of them. Anyway, whatever. So clergy package showed up.
So how long do you figure before that wasn't even a strike. Do we even have any strikes?
I don't think so. We have a whole bunch of copyright shit. But
I don't care about that.
Everyone says that it's not a strike. I don't know.
So they sent us a warning, not a strike, and we're on notice or whatever. They're listening to our shit, so we can't say
double
cuss
secret
words
prodation.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think that means that there's some blue-haired man boy listening to our shit right now?
No, I mean, he would have to be a patron.
On YouTube? I mean, if no. I'm
saying you mean somebody that works there?
Yeah. At YouTube. Like they assigned them to our case.
It'd be awesome if we had our own caseworker. I doubt it. I'm sure it was all automated bot bullshit.
Yeah.
You saying porch monkey or jigaboo or some shit like that.
Something. I'm sure that it was.
No, it's all right. We're taking it back.
Yeah, no. I'm sure that it was faggot. I'm sure that that's what, you know what I mean? One of our episodes was all about black trans people. So, I mean, most of them are. But, like, one of them was really, really, like, we probably said faggot and tranny and, like, shit that they don't like. You know what I mean? So, I wouldn't be surprised if they did assign a caseworker to us.
No.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
It was a good run.
Yeah. Was it?
It's been down and down. All right. So what do we got? Okay. So I don't want you looking at this article.
Okay.
So my question to you is, do you think journalists use misleading language to try and get the reader to think a certain way?
No.
Okay. Now, I'm glad you said that because I'm going to read this headline.
Okay.
And I want you to see if you think that there is any form of fear mongering. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to read the headline.
I don't know what mongering means, but yeah, sure.
Well, I will look it up.
All right.
Because I use fear mongering in my everyday language, but I also don't know what mongering means.
Sounds like a slur.
The act or practice of promoting, spreading, or trading in a specified thing. Mongering. Duh. Why
So we're trading in fear, right? I mean, we're not, but
I'll trade you this fear for your click.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to read the headline, then I'll start reading the article, and you don't have to stop me. Just let me know when you think that they start the fear mongering.
Okay.
Zombie ice from Greenland will raise sea level 10 inches.
So far, so good. Zombie ice. All right.
Greenland's rapidly melting ice sheet will eventually raise global sea level by at least 10.6 inches, more than twice as much as previously forecast, according to a study published Monday. That's because of something that could be called zombie ice.
Oh,
That's
no.
doomed ice that will still attach to thicker areas of ice, is no longer getting replenished by parent glaciers, now receiving less snow. Without replenishment, the doomed ice is melting from climate change and will inevitably raise seas. It's dead ice. It's just going to melt and disappear from the sheet ice. This ice has been consigned to the ocean regardless of what climate emission scenario we take now.
Jesus Christ. Man.
Study lead author Jason Box, a glaciologist at the Greenland Survey, said it is more like one more foot in the grave.
Glaciologist, huh?
Cool. I study ice cubes.
Cool. How do you get a degree in glaciology? That's what I want.
Probably the same way you get ordained as.
Is it illegal to pass yourself off as a glaciologist? Because I think that's what I would rather have than an ordained ministership or whatever. Glaciologist, I love
The
it.
salaries of glaciologists in the U.S. range from, take a guess, what the low end of being a glaciologist is.
$12 an hour.
No.
Oh,
Take a real guess.
36,000.
Really fucking close. 45.4.
Really? 45.4. All right. I'm gonna have to make some lifestyle cuts if I want to be a glaciologist.
Oh, what? So people also ask, what degree do I need to be a glaciology? Because people that ask about this are fucking stupid. Minimum of a bachelor's degree in environmental or earth sciences, climatology, physics, geomatics, or geography. It's like anything. If you just have a fucking degree.
Yeah, $45,000. No thanks. You gotta have earth sciences. How fucking boring is that? Just give me the title, glaciologist. It's an awesome title. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead. Get to the part where they're alarming. I don't hear any fear mongering yet. It's just normal to talk about ice and zombies together.
Zombie ice.
News. Oh my gosh.
So when I was in high school, it was biology class. And I decided I was going to try because I was a horrible fucking student and I was flunking everything.
Right.
But the teacher that I had, it was rumored that at one point in her life, she was in Playboy, which to me, that meant that if I got a good grade in her class, I could fuck her.
That's usually how it works.
Okay. So I started trying in this class, and it didn't matter how much I tried. I still couldn't, I could not wrap my head around molecules and nuclei and like the flowers fucking other flowers to make bees or whatever. I don't like, none of it made any sense.
Obviously.
But anyway, the teacher started this class project where we were going to start studying water conservation and the effects of climate change on our water table.
Okay.
And I'm like, sign me up because I'm going to fucking put my dick in you. So I became part of, like, I was a glaciologist in the Midwest. And what I learned is I am actually stupid in real life too. Like even when I'm trying, I dropped out of the extra credit thing because it was too hard.
Really?
Like none of it made any sense. Like, okay, you keep telling me there's a table of water. I don't see it.
The table's over there. There's no water on it. I've cleaned it off 6 times. There's no water.
There's 15 layers of soil. Are you out of your fucking mind? It's dirt. It's all fucking dirt. Until you get to China. China.
Then it's China's dirt. Oh my God.
Anyway,
So-
I didn't get to fuck her.
Doesn't that, I mean,
Yes, it bothers the shit out of me. You know how much time I put into that dirt?
15 layers. shouldn't there be some other way? I wouldn't even know how to go about like doing this if I was in charge or whatever, but there's so many people who are halfway intelligent that get really bad grades because of the structure of school and like the way learning is or whatever, you know. Shouldn't there be some other alternative to where like people like you can like still learn stuff like differently? I don't know, because obviously you did bad in school, but your life, your career life turned out fine.
I was going to say, yeah, it turned out fucking grand.
You were able to get a job more than supporting yourself, right? Which shouldn't there be some
For some reason, I
alternative?
feel like you're beating around the bush or you're dancing around. Just say whatever it is you got to say. You think I'm a piece of shit. Is that what you're getting at? No. Do you have a fucking parking permit? I don't think so.
I don't. Do glaciologists get parking permits?
Yeah. So here's what I know. I know that school is not set up to teach anybody anything.
Right.
It is, school is set up for schools to get money from the state.
Yes.
That's what schools care about.
Sure.
Okay. Do you think, and I want you to answer honestly, do you think that your kids are learning more being homeschooled than they did in public school? Or is it just learning the same or learning at their own rate? Or what do you think? And be honest.
I think that it's the same. I don't know. I mean, it is. It's more learning at their own pace, but it's the same type of thing without the stress. You know what I mean? The same learning. I don't know how to explain it, but there's no stress. Like they do their work at their pace, you know, instead of the pace of whoever the dumbest kid in the class is or whatever.
Okay, but does that mean that they are going to graduate when they're 41?
43 is what they're planning on. No, of course not, because every year of school costs me money. So they're going to graduate when they're 16. They're done.
You got regular fucking Doogie Howser over here.
Yeah, I don't know how they got so smart so fast, but no, they're going to graduate same time as same. It's like a 4-year thing or whatever for my daughter if she's in high school, you know.
Okay, so how is she going at her own pace if she's going at the exact same pace as what she was going on in public school? Hello, is this on?
No, it's not that she's going at the same pace as she was in public school. The learning is sort of the same. I mean, I don't know how to explain it, because how do you quantify like learning? I don't know. I think she's at about a 7.
7th grade.
Yeah, sure. She reads at a 3rd grade level. No big deal. I mean, I don't know. They're doing the same type of shit. They're writing papers, reading books, doing math, doing science experiments. You know, they just have to do it not in the class.
Okay, what science experiments are they doing? Is it just vinegar and baking soda? Well, I made a volcano.
No. So my son had to do some kind of soil erosion test or soil erosion something or other. He had to get a big, huge container, fill it with layers of dirt and water. And I don't know. My wife was helping him. It was an episode of Bob's Burgers that I hadn't seen before. So this is very important.
What grade is your son in?
He would be a 8th grade freshman, 8th grade. I don't remember.
So is that not the right way to ask somebody that's homeschooled? Like, what grade are you in?
I mean, yeah, I guess it'd be the equivalent of, it's the equivalent. My daughter's a sophomore, so he would be 8th grade. I think 8th grade. I don't remember.
Do you think that we could take, like, if you just grabbed a random test out of one of his books, that we could take it? And, like, which one of us do you think would do better?
Me.
All right, go grab one. Oh, wait.
It depends. I suppose it depends on what the test is. Is it math?
Oh, everything. The whole gamut of whatever 8th grade
The
is.
whole shebang. So you want it, like, not only do I get to come on here and say stupid things and people think I'm stupid, now I have to prove that I'm stupid? I can't even do 8th grade math. I mean, I'm telling you that I can't do 8th grade math.
All right. 8th grade test questions.
Especially if it's like history or like any of that kind of bullshit. I'm bad at that.
Oh, so what 8th grade subjects would you be good at?
When I was in school, I was good at like the science, like biology type stuff. I had accelerated biology classes, but I failed chemistry. So,
Fuck, this is a 29-page test.
yeah, I'm out. Can't you just get a 1-page test?
I want one question to be funny.
Just give me one damn question.
Here's what I hate about this shit. This is the problem. This is the problem with school.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's tests like this, okay?
Okay.
Adam, Dave, Kyla, and Dan gathered 100 eggs from the hen house.
All right.
The table shows what part of the total each one gathered. Adam gathered 1/4 of them. Okay. Dave gathered 0.31 of them. Kyla gathered 26% of them, and Dan gathered 9/50 of them.
9/50.
Like, that's not a fucking real life problem. So. Yeah. That's fine. You can look at it and say, okay, so 100 times 0.31, that's 31, big fucking deal, 26, 9 divided by 50 equals whatever the percentage is, 100. Okay. But put it in fucking something that like is applicable to the real world.
Why?
I just wanted to rant a little bit. Why? You just took all the fucking steam out of me.
No, I was hoping that you would have a good reason why.
Well, where the fuck are they going? They're picking 100 eggs.
And what? When's the last time you said, yeah, I got like 9/50 of those? What? Who talks like that? 0.31. I got like 0.31 of those. 9/50.
Okay. So if I owned an egg plantation and Adam, Dave, Kyla, and Dan, I sent them, from the slave house out to the hen house. Uh-huh. Isn't that like a Malcolm X thing, or from the slave house to the hen house?
We didn't land on the hen house. The slave house landed on us, or whatever. Wasn't that Malcolm X?
But anyway, if Dan comes back and I say, how many eggs did you pick? And he says 9/50 of them, I'd beat the fucking shit out of him.
That's what I'm saying. You'd hit him, right? Tell me how many you got, bitch. 9/50. You're gonna get 9/50 of my foot in your ass.
Fucking 8th graders are retarded.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. It felt to me like when the kids were in school, like they didn't really, it was like tailored to the dumbest kid in the class. Like everything moved so slow, and they were just doing like in 7th grade, they were tracing their hand to draw a turkey or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's just fucking busy work so they can get their money.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. Literally just busy work. And
then they do that shit where, that you have to have so many school days in a year to get your funding for the month or whatever the fuck it is. So,
yes.
They start scheduling all these half days at the end so they can count it as a fucking full day.
I think shit's going to change, or maybe it already has. Are they not going to do snow days anymore? Because now you can just zoom in or whatever. So now no more snow days.
Oh, that
suck. I don't know if that's true. I heard that, but I don't know if that's true, because they did the remote learning or whatever. So now when there's a snow day, they just remote learn or whatever.
Man, whatever. Don't get me started on remote learning.
No, let's talk about remote learning.
Learning should happen in the classroom, and only the classroom, not the living room and not the bedroom.
Damn.
From the White House to the...
Not the bedroom.
Yeah, because that's where all the remote learning was, with guns on the walls and SWAT teams coming in and shit. There's too many distractions in the bedroom. It needs to be in the classroom.
Got it.
And like your kids as a perfect example, when your wife gets tired of them, tells them, okay, it's homework time, go in your bedroom and do the homework. They're in there playing fucking GameCube or whatever. They're not doing their homework.
Yeah, duh. That's their homework. Play GameCube and report back to me. Let me know if this controller still works. That's your assignment for the day. So what do you think about remote work in general? Do you think that people who don't need to be in the office should have that option?
Of course.
Do you think it's important for businesses at all to even have people come into the office? Is there any reason why people need to be not
It depends on the
remote
job.
working?
That's a dumb question. Like, it depends what you do. Like, what's his nuts? Shooting the Shiznit guy.
Yeah.
He works from home.
Okay.
I know the company that he works for, and I know he doesn't want me to say it.
What kind of work is he in?
I can't, there's like one of two options if I fucking give it away. So,
Oh, okay.
but anyway,
all right.
so he works from home.
Okay.
There's no reason for him to go to an office and do his job.
Okay. Got it. That makes sense. Can I work from home?
No,
Why?
because you don't have a fucking lathe.
What? So why
How are you
can't
supposed
they-
to lathe it without a lathe?
Why can't they buy me a lathe?
That's fucking stupid.
And buy me a garage to put all the industrial equipment in and move all the industrial equipment to my house in the garage that they build. And I'll make all the parts you need.
I think that when all this shit happened with remote learning, whatever, this isn't our typical show, but I think what happened is that whole 2 years or whatever opened people's eyes to, you know what, I don't want to work.
Right.
And if I can do my job from home, why the fuck would I keep coming into this fucking shithole office with all these assholes
Right.
and these stupid fucking rules where I got to wear pants?
Right. So could you do your job from home?
Yes, partial. They offered it to me.
Really? And you turned it down?
Yeah.
Because
Because I wouldn't fucking do anything. Like, I'm not going to sit at home and do work. That's my home place, not my workplace.
but then you wouldn't have to go to work.
Yeah, but I don't want to sit here. Okay, one, I don't think that I could do my job effectively because I'm so easily distracted.
But isn't that on the company that allowed you to work from home? Isn't that their? I mean, why do you have to make that decision? Let them decide.
Because I'm fucking responsible.
Are you though?
Yeah.
So you feel responsible, like I couldn't do my job effectively, even though they're giving you the option. It's their business. They're giving you the option. Why wouldn't you just take the option? Let them decide if it's effective or not.
Because, okay, Anthony,
I'm being serious.
I don't know how to say this without sounding like a fucking douchebag. Okay.
Okay.
So don't call me on it. Just let me slide on it.
Gotcha.
You're going to call me a douchebag. I know you. You're going to.
Duh. Can I pre-call you a douchebag?
Oh, yeah. Pre-call me a douchebag, then I can go on with my story.
You are saying some douchebag shit here. Go ahead.
Okay. When you get to a certain level, there is an expectation.
God.
What did I say, asshole?
I can't help it. I didn't know that's where you were going. When you get to a certain level.
Anyway,
Sorry, go ahead.
there are expectations. And my expectation of myself, as well as my manager's expectation of me, is that I'm going to complete the job that I am committed to do. And I know that if I sit at home, I'm going to play VR and play with Legos instead of working. And I will still be responsible to get that work done.
Right.
And I won't do it. So the money it will eventually stop.
Oh,
That's
so
bad.
So you're being selfish. I understand.
Yes.
When you get to a certain level, Jesus Christ. Do you think that there's no expectation that do you think that there's no expectation for me to do any work?
Do you want to talk about what we just talked about?
I'm asking you a question. You know, okay, things have changed since you left, but
No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
But you know how it works. Do you think that there's any expectation on me?
No, I know there's not.
None.
No, I would say there is an expectation that you will be busy 10 to 15% of the time that you are there.
That's a high guesstimate.
I'm going to have to speak to my steward.
I can't meet this 10 to 15% goal.
No, so I was part of management at that company,
Yes.
Right. I know what the expectations are. I know what the conversations were behind closed doors.
Yes. But
We don't think very highly of you.
I know, and the feeling is mutual. I've been in part of the conversations behind closed doors too, or out in the open because there's no doors in the shop because we don't have the luxury of doors.
No, but you were on the other side of the closed door.
I was on the other side of the closed door meeting that you were having, and we were talking about how stupid you guys are. That's not even a joke.
That's fine. That's the expectation. You guys sit out there and make your whatever, $20, $30 an hour, talking about how stupid we are. And then we go get in our Cadillacs and go home. It's fine.
Cool.
You know, you're out there just sweating your fucking balls off in the shop. Oh, those guys in there are stupid, and he's got fucking winter coats on.
I don't like this conversation anymore.
Enjoying our fucking pizza parties.
All right. Now tell me I'm wrong when I say this, that they hire retard engineers. Am I wrong?
No, what they do is they hire inexperienced engineers. So, okay, this is one of the problems with college, because I've talked to some of those retard engineers that you're talking about, and they fill these fucking kids' heads with bullshit that they are the God's gift to the fucking workplace.
Right.
And then these kids show up with no real life fucking experience and think that because they graduated cum laude or whatever the fuck it's called, that carries any kind of weight in the real world. And they show up trying to swing their big dicks around and putting the fucking douchebags always do the same thing. They put their fucking diploma up on their cubicle wall, which is so fucking stupid.
Your cubicle is depressing as fuck, but this little ray of sunshine makes it all better for you. Idiots.
It's like putting a receipt for something that you overpaid for on your wall to remind you how stupid your bad decision making is.
Right.
Imagine buying the General Lee and paying $200,000 for it, and then putting the bill of sale up on your cubicle wall.
That would be awesome.
But anyway, I think that's the problem. So in school they teach all these fucking dipshit, no experienced kids. They train them to believe that they now because they know that 5/90ths of the eggs were picked by fucking Dylan or whatever the fuck it is, and they can figure that problem out, that they can go into the real world and have an impact. And then they walk in here with, go ahead.
I was going to say, I honestly believe that they teach them that if they get through engineering school, they will legitimately be able to invent something similar to the wheel, but better. We're gonna optimize the wheel. We're gonna make it rounder, or whatever. Like they tell them that once they're an engineer, all the world's problems are just gonna be solved, and they're gonna be the ones to solve them. Like they're gonna get somebody to space or whatever, like rocket propulsion or whatever. Like, nah, man, no, you're not. you're an idiot, and you're not.
No, you're going to sit in a quality meeting and try to explain why Operator Dum Dum couldn't torque it to spec again.
Yeah, right. Operator Dum Dum. I know that guy. We've always had a problem with him. So, but you're wrong. I mean, you're right and you're wrong at the same time. So you've been on both sides. You've been for like a week or two, you were an operator before you got scooped up into the management program
by big engineering,
right? By big engineering. So you can pretend like you have street cred, which is, I think, what they wanted. They wanted to pick somebody that had street cred to get into the engineering department.
So I have a question. We were sitting here having a real conversation. Why are you playing make-believe?
I'm not. What do you mean?
No, I'm serious. Why are you discounting the amount of time I spent on the shop floor?
Because it's funny.
Do you know that there are people listening to this? And if they think for a minute that I only worked on the shop floor for 5 minutes, that it could totally take away my street cred? Part of my street cred, part of the reason why I'm so good at my job is because people think that I have scars from working on the street. And now you're trying to cover up them fucking scars. I did dirt, man.
So you worked both sides, and I don't know how to say
I got
this.
pictures of me working on a machine.
Right, no.
You think that happened to be in that 5 minutes?
Yes. So you worked both sides of
Yes.
the aisle. You even, when I started, you were working the middle of the aisle. You were kind of
Right.
like straddling the aisle, right?
Right.
So I have no personal experience of you ever working in the trenches, right? All my experience is you straddling the aisle, more on the engineering side with them douchebags, right? That's my experience
That is
of
fair. That is fair.
you. Right. I forgot what my point was. I was making a point, but I forgot what it was. So you've been on both sides of the aisle. Now, when you were on like my side of the aisle, you could look at those engineers and say, why are they doing it like this? And even now that you've been on that side, there are times where you can't explain why the engineers did things a certain way other than, well, they're just stupid.
So you're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong on, 15 different levels. Okay.
Perfect.
So when I was on the side of the aisle where I had my name on my shirt, that's why I ended up getting asked to come over to the other side of the aisle, because when I gave ideas, the engineers would listen. I want you to understand the impact of what I just said.
Yeah, the stupid engineers listen to a stupid operator. Right, got it.
Okay, so you know the guy that shares the name of Reverend Doug
Right.
that pulled me over.
Right.
Would you say he's a stupid engineer?
No, not at all. Jaded
Okay.
is what I would say he is.
Extremely fucking jaded. Okay, so Doug, not me,
Yeah.
asked me to join the engineering group
Yes.
because he liked my ideas.
Right. Got
Okay.
it.
You bring up ideas,
Uh-huh.
and they're probably just bad ideas.
Right. No, there's no probably. They are.
Now, on the other side of it, now that I'm on this side of the aisle, I make sure to talk to the people on the floor because what I design on the computer may look really good, but it may not work in practice. So I make sure to vet everything through the people that are going to be doing it.
Right. You do that, but you are the exception to the rule. So
goddamn
that's right. That proves my point. So you got one engineer who was good, and then the rest of the retards, and then you're like, no, this one engineer saw my potential and blah blah blah. No, what about the rest of the retard engineers?
Okay, do you remember that guy that he was, I don't know if, I know he was in the group when you were in the group. His name was Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is a great example of, I'm an engineer and what I say goes.
Right.
Like he had no time machining at all, none.
Right.
But he was the engineer over 25 machines.
Yes.
And you had people out there on the floor that's all they did all day long is push go.
Yep.
Push go.
Yes.
Push go. And then there'd be a problem and he would come out and say, well, did you push go? Like, because that's the only thing he knew.
Right.
Right. He got his degree, and he got his, like everybody else that gets their fucking master's degree. Like, that tells me that you're stupid. As far as in my environment, I have never met a good engineer that has a master's degree. What I have met is somebody who is a good student.
Right. So it feels like the more education you pursue, the less interested you are in doing the work, and the more interested you are in hanging your plaque on the wall, like you said. You know what I mean? You want the title, or I guess the money that comes with the title. But the people who are, it's few and far between. I think there are some good engineers, but I feel like they are few and far between. And the way that where I work, the way it works is that they're constantly moving up. Everybody's on an upward trajectory. So
when I was there, that was one of my biggest frustrations, is that if you had somebody, Brian, that I worked with,
yeah,
he didn't want to go anywhere any higher than where he was at. That's
Right.
what he wanted.
right.
And he gets looked at. I'm sure he still is, as like he's a lost cause. If we
Right.
can't move him up, once you stay in the same role for like 3 years, you're considered stagnant.
Right. And that is retarded. Wouldn't you agree with that? Don't you think that, like,
Well,
shouldn't you be able to make a career out of your job if you're good at it?
I have mixed feelings about it. There are certain people that only want to get to a certain level. They don't want to manage people. They don't want to go to any more meetings. Don't want to even learn a new job. Yeah, that's fine. I think there should be opportunities for people that want to do more, and I think that place does that, but they do it for the wrong reason.
What's
They
the
don't
reason?
do it. They don't do it because they're trying to make their employees better. They're doing it because they're trying to bring in cheaper talent, and they're pushing out all the old people.
When you say pushing out, how are they pushing them out? They're pushing them up to bring in.
Yeah, but it's not like they just keep creating jobs up. They push out, like what happened to the guy that was my mentor. They give you a big lump sum to get out because it's cheaper for you to get out and take that lump sum than it is to keep hanging around doing that job.
I didn't know that he was gone.
The guy that I followed to North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotcha. Yeah, it's so what happens is the people at the top get pushed out and they squeeze the people at the bottom to the top and then push them out. I think I'm kind of understanding what you're saying now. And that brings in cheaper bottom level people that they can eventually squeeze up and out to bring in cheaper bottom level people. Yeah, that makes sense.
And now, like what they're doing, they're bringing in contingent engineers where they don't even offer them a job within the company. They go through a separate company.
Right.
And these are like the fuck ups that couldn't get hired to begin with, like that fucking Jason guy, the one that I made cry.
He was my favorite.
I don't know if you understand the satisfaction of making a grown man cry with just your words and no threats of violence.
God, I would love to see how that conversation went. That would have been so awesome. I know this isn't right, but you can look at somebody like as they come into an interview and just be like, yeah, I don't want this fat slob working here. Like I already know just from the way he wears his clothes that he's not going to be a good employee. And that was him. Like I could tell walking in first day, the way he carries himself, the way not even the clothes that he's wearing, just the way that he wears his clothes. It annoys me.
Right. Anybody. So I have to buy my shirts for extra tall. Mm-hmm. I'm not extra tall, but my belly takes up a lot of my length. So if
you're extra tall this way,
if I don't want the front tails of my shirts coming untucked,
yeah,
I have to buy tall black man basketball player shirts.
Right.
So I have two choices. I either walk around like that guy where one front of my shirt has come undone just from me walking and it's flapping in the breeze, or the front tails of my shirt are down to my ankle stuffed in my pants.
But nobody will ever know. You look professional from the outside.
So the problem with being fat and having to wear khakis and the like is oh yeah, okay. So I've mentioned before that I'm shaped like an upside down triangle, so my pants always ride low. Like I leave the house and I'm telling you, I look fucking good. My pants are where they're supposed to be. Nothing's untucked. Nothing. By the time I walk to my truck, sit in my truck, drive to work, walk in, my pants are damn near around my knees. Like they will not stay up. So thank God for that extra long shirt. So they're not untucked. They're just riding really low.
So have you ever thought about wearing suspenders?
Suspenders is my Crocs. Like if I have to wear suspenders, that means I'm just done.
You give up. I understand. I'm glad that you described it that way because I understand now.
Okay, so Are you familiar with Pizza Ranch?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that that is like the Walmart of pizza places?
What's below Walmart? But yes.
Okay. So I really enjoy Pizza Ranch's barbecued chicken.
Okay. Weird. Okay.
I don't know if it exists anymore. Fuck you. It tastes good.
I've never had it, but okay, that's fine. I wasn't.
Okay, so it's fried chicken dipped in barbecue sauce. So you
Sure.
get both the crunch and the grease as well as the barbecue. I only eat the breading. I'll go through like 25, 30 pieces, but I'm only eating the
Not
breading.
eating any chicken.
Okay, so when, that 2 weeks when I fell off my keto and I was only eating
Sure.
steak chimichangas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we were driving around Wichita, and it was one of those deals. I'm sure you've experienced it doing keto, where you leave the house, you haven't eaten, and you have every intention of sticking to it, and then, all right, let's go here. I don't give a fuck at this point.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're in Pizza Ranch, and I decided I'm
We're
eating
getting
all
the
the
fucking
pizza.
barbecue chicken. Yeah.
And of course, they didn't have it. I don't know if they don't make it anymore or what. But anyway, that didn't stop me from eating pizza. Long story short, I'm on I don't know, let's say trip 3. I haven't yet hit the dessert pizzas, but I'm winding down on steam.
Right. Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm looking across the table at my wife, and I'm feeling like it's. Keep in mind that I always sit as close as I can to if I'm eating at a buffet because I don't want to have to walk far.
You'd hate to burn them calories off.
So I'm sitting there with my back to the buffet table, but as close as you can get to the buffet table.
Like if you swing around, you can reach and just grab extra pieces.
pretty. I may have to slide the chair across the tiles a little bit, but yeah, I'm pretty fucking close to it. All right, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, something doesn't feel right. Like I feel exposed. Like maybe my shirt is riding up a little bit or something.
Yeah.
So I reach my hand behind, and of course the chairs you can completely see through.
Right.
And from the back, it had to look like I was just sitting there butt naked. Like my pants had went down and my shirt had went up. So it wasn't like my ass crack was sticking out. It was like my asshole was sticking, everything. And I just put my hand back there and I felt, and like no fabric to anywhere for me to feel. It's just straight ass cheek. And I looked at my wife and I'm like, I've become that guy. And she said, what? My asshole's out.
My asshole's out. My asshole's out at a pizza ranch.
So of course, this was, say, 12 days into my depression spiral, right? So I was unshaved. I stunk. I'm sitting there like my pizza's getting soggy from the tears running down my face. And my asshole's out. And I'm just going to town on fucking dessert pizza and shit,
So
Like,
when you
okay,
reached and touched your ass, did you touch your asshole and then go right back to eating pizza and licking your fingers?
Fuck it. Anyway, so I'm back on keto again.
Good. We had a cheat weekend, I guess. We went to Hertz Donuts at like 2:30 in the morning. So, do you ever worry that you're going to be featured on one of those people of Walmart or whatever?
This would have been that.
Oh no!
So the way that, I don't know if they're all set up the same, but all of the hot emo girls that are working the pizza counter were forced to stare at my asshole until I noticed it.
How could you not? But they're probably making $7 an hour or whatever. Like,
I guarantee you, one of them little sluts took the picture of my butthole and sent it to their fucking friends. And like, look what I got to do at my job.
Look what I have to deal with. Did you even bother to get up and like pull your pants up, or you just kind of finished your meal and then
No. As soon as I felt my butthole lips,
your butthole lips.
I stood
Hair
up.
across my butthole lips.
I stood up and got back in proper formation. You know, like I apologized to everybody around me. For sorry, my asshole was out at the dinner table.
We do things different around my house.
It's like, okay, I'm not that. I'm trying to think of the right way to say this, because if I was going to say I'm not that fat, and then I was going to go into how fat I'm not, but you were going to interrupt me and go, yes, you are. But so
I like how you preemptively say what I'm going to interrupt you with.
okay, I am not so fat that when I walk around in, like, right now I'm wearing basketball shorts and a t-shirt.
Sure.
My belly isn't hanging out over my shorts and out of my shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly. what you
Okay.
mean.
So I don't understand up to this point. I didn't understand how those people could walk around Walmart knowing that half of their belly is just flopping around in front of them. Like, why wouldn't you just buy a longer shirt?
Right. How do you not know? Right.
But now I get it. I was that guy.
But it
Like-
took like 10 days of depression to get to that point. So you think that these people are just in a bad
Maybe.
spot.
So what they say in all of my corporate training is you're supposed to assume that today is the worst day of somebody's life. Meaning you just because somebody does something wrong, don't go up and start talking about their mother, you know, try to figure out where they're at and see if they need any emotional support before you belittle them.
So
But what I'm saying is from this point forward, I'm going to start letting people know their guts out because maybe they don't know it.
all right. Off topic.
All right.
Moving on to the next topic. I was going to tell you something, but it was like completely not what we were talking about. So my boss at work came up to me the other day and we were just talking and he mentioned something about, I got to go to this training, this meeting. And I was like, oh yeah, what's that for or whatever. Just bullshitting. And he said, they brought in some cops and he stopped. And I was like, what cops for what? And apparently they brought in the police department and they were training management.
They doing dare training.
Yeah, no, they're training. They're doing training with management on how to spot people who are potentially on drugs or drunk. They had that training at 6 o'clock, whatever in the morning. The next day, they walked out 2 people for drinking on the job or potentially being drunk or something. Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on here?
Okay, so my uncle was the head drug cop. I'm not going to say his title, but he was the head drug cop in the city that he lived in,
Right.
which is near you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm trying to, the night before, so I went out and went to a party, and at that party, somebody gave me some acid.
Okay.
One of the benefits of acid is that you can consume a lot of alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I was living at my mom's house. And this is back when I was not working and just a drunk.
Yeah.
I was living at my mom's house. And then my dad and stepmom were coming over to pick me up to drive me to Wisconsin to go to my grandma's house. And my uncle, the drug cop, was going to be there. Okay.
Okay.
So here's how fucking stupid I am. Okay. So I stayed out all night drinking
Oh boy.
and then went to sleep on the air mattress at my mom's house, which was my bed because I was a piece of shit.
Awesome.
Got so drunk that I pissed the air mattress. And I don't know if you've ever gotten so drunk that you pissed the air mattress, but it's just a water bed with the water on the outside. Like it doesn't soak in like
Yeah,
a good
there's nowhere
mattress.
for it to go. Right.
So I was just sleeping in a puddle of my own piss.
Right.
My mom comes in and wakes me up and says, your dad's here. Okay. So I have never seen, except from my wedding, my mom and dad in the same room. So there is nothing more awkward than my dad standing in the foyer, I guess, of my mom's house, waiting for me, who is now super, I'm still drunk, like half hungover, half drunk,
Right.
covered
Tripping
in my own
balls.
piss. And I don't like change clothes or anything. I just go get in the back of his car. And then we drive to Chicago. I'm still covered in piss. I'm I sleep for the entire way, not Chicago, Wisconsin. I sleep the entire way there. And then I get out and I go into my grandma's house and I'm sitting there outside. Like, if you can imagine what I look like, drinking for about 30 hours and then sleeping for 2 and then sleeping for another however long it takes to get there,
Sure.
which isn't real long.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there outside at a picnic table across from my drug uncle. And okay, so he is sitting there talking to me, or he's talking to my dad, but he's looking at me.
Yeah.
And he says, you know, I have a lot of training on people that do drugs. I can spot them very easily. And up until like 3 years ago, I took that to mean like, he's so bad at his job, he doesn't even realize I'm sitting right across from him and I'm fucked up. But what he was telling me is that he was on to me.
Yeah, I got you. I got your number.
I spent 30 years of my life thinking, not even that long, 20 years of my life thinking he just sucked at his job, but he was like giving me a free pass.
Yeah. So do you talk to him now, or have you talked to him?
We communicate very infrequently. I know that he listened to the show a couple times, but
Is he still a drug cop?
no, he retired.
Oh, okay. So statute of limitations, you can tell him, hey, I was drunk when you said that.
And you go, no shit.
You should get him on. Like, I just want to tell you, you're bad at your job. You didn't even know.
I wonder if I could reach out to him and see if he could come on and tell his version of the story when I showed up at Grandma's house.
That would be awesome.
All right. You ready to go play D&D?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I can give you a whole bunch of fucking reasons why not.
There you go. Doug ran a punch press for 35 minutes. Punch press is what he called his fists. That's actually really funny.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Bye.
Bye.